Hello and welcome to From the Cornucopia, a channel where I talk about whatever. Sometimes I won't even talk. I'm normally going to talk. I'm a ding dang chatterbox. But just calling it talking is kind of misleading because sometimes it's going to be rants and stuff, but sometimes it's going to be more focused. I don't know. Eventually I would like to do other stuff too, but the easiest way for me to do stuff right now is by drawing it. I'm bad at editing because I look at the editing bay for like DaVinci and it's just fucking. And I just see all this and I'm like, that's too many squares. Which I mean, I do need to learn, but it's hard for me to learn. And also, if I just use Clip Studio, yes, there's a bunch of squares, and there's a circle, and there's a triangle, and there's squares, but I can draw. So it's more cha-ching, you know what I mean? Anyways, welcome back. Today we are talking about the time that my YouTube channel got deleted. That's right, video 2 is a welcome to the channel video. I'm good at spelling. I don't even think that's right. Goddamn. Whatever. You know what I mean. Hold on. V-I-D-E-O. Is that not video? No. Vido. Vid. Maybe? Huh. You know, I have really... Okay, it's EO. Yeah, I was right. I have really bad dyslexia, and it has hampered my ability to spell my entire life, because I can't remember what words are supposed to look like. And that's kind of the way that I would be good at spelling, is being like, oh, does this look right? And to me, I'm like, no. But also, I'm writing it out, and my handwriting is sloppy because I'm on my Intuos. Speaking of which, hopefully, let's all just get ready for some prayer, but hopefully I will have another monitor again soon. I will get my Cintiq back up and running if it is an issue with the power cable, which I'm not even sure if it is, but we're going to pray and hope that it is an issue with the power cable, because if it's an issue with the power cable, I have another power cable ordered, then I can just switch out the power cable. And if it's a power cable and I switch out the power cable for a new power cable and this one works, the Cintiq will power on. And then I'm able to draw on it again. And also have two monitors, because right now I'm just stuck to my main monitor. So, number one, my drawings will be a little bit smoother because it's been so long since I've drawn on my little Intuos. But, you know what? That's a good place to start. So, yes, a lot of my videos not really going to be on how I kind of wanted to do it, because I wanted to do like video essays, but it requires so much more editing than just recording my face and being like, hey everybody, look at me. I'm the epic gamer. Did you know that when Mario jumps, he goes broing hop? Of course you didn't, because that's fucking Yoshi, you rube. But I don't really like putting my face on stuff. I don't know. I feel weird about it. It's not like a... I don't know. I guess it's insecurity and stuff. But by doing it on stream, I got my little face right down here in the corner. Yeah, look at that. And see, sometimes if I go quiet, a lot of the times I'm looking down at my little stream manager on my phone, going like, ooh, waiting for it to catch up because it has a bit of lag. So it's like I drew that arrow and then I waited like what felt like it forever to see it show up on my Pahone. God damn, I have really bad ADHD if you couldn't tell. And I have no Mountain Dew. Give me a bottle of Mountain Dew and all my videos would be awesome. Because I wouldn't be distracted all the time. I would just be like, MTND. There we go, Mountain Dew. Is that how they spell it? MTN or MNT? I remember that they like shortened how they spell Mountain Dew a while ago or whatever. But oh god. So let's see. So update number 1 is yes. Hopefully I will have a second monitor soon. My videos, if you can even call them that, will look much better. Number 2, the aforementioned promise of talking about how YouTube fucking deleted my shit. It all started like a week ago. And I got an email on my phone. And I was like, I wonder what that is. And they were like, yo, you stink. And I said, what the hell? And then they were like, you are spamming. And I was like, I made one video about squash. That's not even spam. Spam is processed meat, you dummies. But they were like, no, you're going against guidelines. Your video has been or your channel has been removed and deleted. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. Not anything that qualifies for instant deletion, you know what I mean? Like, I would understand if they were like, hey, you made a little mistake in your first video that is small. But it's like, this is what my video was me just drawing. And if I'm not allowed to just draw, then what am I allowed to do, you know? I guess not make videos. So, yeah, they deleted my channel. And it took me a couple of days or not even a couple of days. Honestly, they worked pretty fast. And for that, I will give YouTube a trophy. It's a little one. This is YouTube Red. The color that YouTube likes. See, there's your trophy for acting fast and realizing, hey, this isn't spam or... I think that they all... Not just spam. Spam was the wrong word. It was something like... it was similar to spam. But the point is, for all of a couple hours, I didn't have a YouTube channel. And then I wrote in a complaint, and they handled it pretty fast. And that was very nice of them. So again, thank you, YouTube. But hopefully I can make more videos like the squash video where I actually do a little bit of research before I sit down. And I can actually talk about something. For example, I would like to talk about, honestly, what wouldn't I like to talk about, huh? You know, I love media of all sorts, and I want to talk about it. I have a whole bunch of One Piece stuff I want to talk about. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just talk about One Piece all the time, and I'll become One Piece, the cornucopia guy, or cornucopia, the One Piece. They'll be like, you know that girl who makes all these videos about fucking One Piece and can't draw for shit because their tablet's broken? And I would be like, yeah, I'm that girl. And they would be like, oh, well, your shit sucks. And I would say, well, fuck you. Like this. Well, fuck you. That's what Luffy's saying right there. Hold on. You can't put cusses written down. You know? Also, I want to make videos about self-censorship. It's not just, my interest in media and stuff that I want to talk about. I do have more interesting things like how I think saying unalive is the dumbest shit ever. And I understand why we do it, but the fact that social media and stuff has conditioned us to censor ourselves in day-to-day life and stuff like that is ridiculous. I understand not writing down things And when you write something down, censoring that, because, I mean, I just did it, and the reason I did it here is because, you know, automatic bots will go through, they will watch a video, and if there's anything obscene or whatever, they'll get mad, and they'll be like, you can't do that. Don't do that. So you got to censor yourself, work your way around getting in trouble, which is, I understand why people do it, but I think self-censorship is weird, and I have thoughts about all sorts of stuff. If you watch the squash video, which of course you did, it was awesome and totally not just non-coherent rambling. I said I wanted to make an AI video about AI from the view of a writer, or not even a writer, just somebody who thinks about it not as GPT. You know, that's not what I'm talking about when I'm talking AI. And honestly, Eddie Burback just released a video kind of about it's not the thoughts that I have at all, but it echoes a lot of feelings I have, and I think it's very interesting. So I will, you know what, I think Eddie's a cool guy. I think I can link his video in the description of this video. That would be rad, because I think he's a cool guy. That would be my first ever link to something else. Actually, I'm going to link to my squash video first, you know, because I'm a narcissist. And then, no, Eddie doesn't do the ooh smile. That's me. Eddie has, like, hair. This isn't a very good Eddie. Also, he doesn't really have the connector for his mustache. He just has, like, the mustache be all big. Yeah, that's way more Eddie. Instantly. But he had a very interesting video about AI, and I think that was well thought out. But I have my own thoughts, and although, yeah, I could talk about them here and now, I want to actually be intelligent, unlike, you know, a lot of AI facts, or not fact, you know, whenever AI tells you something, sometimes AI didn't do any actual research. That's what this is, a book. But I want to do some research and have some well formatted thoughts. Maybe I'll even write out like a loose script for the video. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. This is kind of just a channel update of what the hell's going on. I know I haven't been doing anything, but I gotta drive the bus. It's not a bus, it's a van. But I do it for work, and it gives me money. Unlike this currently. But driving the van all day makes me tired. And when I get home, I just want to play Stardew Valley and grow my favorite crop, which is... What is my favorite crop? You know what I always get excited about? I get excited about the big ones, like the pumpkins, which is a tie-in. Squash. What? But not just those ones. I also like the cauliflowers and the melons. I think that they're all good. And then here's a little farmer wearing a little straw hat. And I'm like, oh my God! It's so big vegetables! Even though one of them is a fruit. Technically, squash are also a fruit. But the game registers them as vegetables. Oh yes, the vegetables. Here's the farmer holding a little scythe. The farmer is freaking out, dude. These are big fruit. What are you going to do with these big fruit? Sell them and make bank. But yeah, I get home and I just want to play Stardew Valley. But I should be streaming. I know it doesn't really do me much, but I enjoy myself doing it. But next time I make a video like this, I do want to have some intelligent thoughts. Maybe I'll talk about how I think Loki has the gum gum fruit, which a lot of people think is crazy, but I think it makes sense. Maybe I kind of want to do the AI one, but again, that's something that I want to research for. I don't want to just jump in and act like I am knowledged in anything at all. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for us. So, thanks for joining us here in the Cornucopia. Hope to see you next time. Bye, bitch. I shouldn't end like that. That's rude. Bye, stinkhead. All right, bye-bye.